Hi friends, it's Miss Caitlin from the Bradley Public Library. Today I am here to show you our final grade school art project for the fall. What you will need to get started is some plain cardstock or paper, but cardstock's better for painting, a pencil to draw with an eraser, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, several different sized paintbrushes. I like to have a square one and I like to have a really fine pointy one. Paper towels and water for your paints. I have some different colored paints: yellow, orange, red, light blue, medium blue, dark green, green, and light green. And you can use any sort of paper you want. You can use like newspaper or paper from an old book. I had some old scrapbook paper that I'm gonna use. And then same thing again, you're gonna want some brown paper. I have some old scrapbook paper that I'm gonna use for mine, but you could use anything brown, cardstock, construction paper, old paper bags, anything you can find. This is a mixed media project, so feel free to take your creative license and do it however you please. So once you have your material, and then we're gonna get started. To get started, we're going to make a line about 1/3 of the way from the bottom of the page to create our horizon, and then we're going to draw a path. You can make your path straight, or you can make it curved, that's up to you. Once you have drawn your path, we're going to take it and lay it over the brown paper just to help trace it and get that shape to make it easier to cut out. You'll notice that with my path, it's wider at the bottom and narrower at the horizon, and that's because with perspective, it's going to be smaller at the horizon than it is closer to you. Once you have your path cut out, you're going to take your other pieces of scrapbook that are brown, or whatever paper you choose, and you are going to cut small strips of the paper out to glue onto your path and trim at the sides when you're done. Once your path is cut out, it doesn't hurt to lay it on your paper and make sure that it lines up correctly with where you want it to lay on your painting. We're going to start by painting our sky. Above the horizon, you're going to paint first with dark blue, swirling it around and covering almost all of the white. Then you're going to use your medium blue, and last you'll use your light blue. Now that your sky is painted, we're going to paint our grass. You're going to want to do the same thing with the bottom as the top, starting with your darkest green, swirling it around, moving on to your medium, and finishing with your light green. You can see that I've left a space of white for the path. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can go back and touch it up later. Once you've painted your sky and your grass, we're going to set that aside and let it dry while we work on cutting out our trees. You're going to draw black lines along the length of your paper and cut them out. You want them to be fairly thin so that they fit in your painting with room in the background to see the sky and the grass. You'll want approximately 10 of them. One of your trees you'll want to be approximately a ½ inch thick. The rest of them should all be thinner than that. Once your trees have been cut out, you're going to glue them to your painting along with the path. Again, if there's white after you've glued on your path, don't worry, we can always go back and touch it up with paint later. When gluing your trees down, you're going to want to start with your whitest tree, and it's going to be the furthest down on the paper. The rest of the trees you can place at different heights above that to create depth. Once you've finished gluing on your trees and your path, you can go ahead and run your scissors along the top and trim those trees so that they're flush with the top of your paper. Now that we've made our path, painted our sky and grass, and made our trees, it's time to start painting our leaves. I'm going to start with the yellow and paint it fairly heavily across the top and amongst the grass. Then I'm going to move on to orange, red, and finally I'll touch it up with a little bit of green in the top and a little bit in the bottom just to make it look a little bit more natural. When you're painting your green leaves in the tops of your trees and in the grass, this is the perfect time to go back and touch up that white space that we had when we glued our path on. Once you're satisfied with the amount and placement of your leaves, that's it, you're done. Don't forget to sign your painting because you are the artist.